Yes, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. In last class, till what extent we have spoken? About operators we have spoken, right?
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. So we have a concept called, operators. So operators are common in every programming language. There may be a C, C++, or Java. Even in Python also operators are mandatory. So we have totally 7 categories of operators in Python. So one is, arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, membership, identity, bitwise operators. So these are the 7 types of operators we have. So in the last class, we spoke until here, arithmetic, relational, logical, and assignment operators. Now I'll be talking about membership, identity, and bitwise operators right now.
Sir,
Yes.
only up to discuss logical, not assignment.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Let's start with the assignment operators. Yeah. Right. Assignment operator is basically equal operator. This equal operator will be, act as an assignment operator. Let's suppose assignment means what in generally, informally, even human also use that. If I say my name, Venkat, is equal to my phone number is this. Yeah, so here in your brain, Venkat is going to become a identifier. This is going to be a value. But we won't represent in symbolic manner, but even we also use this kind of formation or maybe representation in our brain. So equal operator is used to assign a value from a right-hand side to the left-hand side. So computer can understand that particular symbolic notation. Yeah. So now here, formally we know that, so if your ATM pin will be, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, so we are assigning 1, 2, 3, 4 as value to the identifier called ATM pin. See, every time, whatever the identifier, let's suppose account number, obviously, so 11, 44, 22, 55, like that, we are going to define a particular value. Yes or no? Right. Now, the point is that x equal to 10. So where there is a important point is that shorthand assignment operators. See, here is that now in Python there are no operators plus minus minus. So these are, post increment or pre-increment or pre-decrement or post increment operators. They will be available in C, C++, Java, but whereas in Python they are not available, but they are required in order to increment and decrement certain variables in certain situations. Now let's suppose we want to increment a value of a x by 1. How mathematically will be written? So mathematically we write, in math we write x equal to x plus 1 we write. This is what, to increment the value x10 plus 1 will become 11. It's a mathematical expression. But whereas in the programmatic expression, x plus equal to 1. This is shorthand expression. So one variable will be reduced, less memory will occupy, compilation time is also less. Both will produce the same output. Let's see now. X equal to x plus 1, print x. Now see the output. Now the output is 11. Output is 11. Even if I write like this, it also gives you 11 only. It also gives you 11 only. You see now 11. So, right. So which one is optimized expression? An optimized expression is x plus equal to 1 will be an optimized expression because one variable minimum occupies 4 bytes of memory. If you are eliminate one memory with your innovative expression idea, obviously it is an optimized code, right? So similarly, if you want to decrement x minus equal to 1, that will decrement the current value. That will become a 9. That will become a 9. Right? So either increment or decrement, most frequently we go with the assignment operator in order to write a certain expression in mathematics or programmatics. Right? So these expression I'll be using in progressive classes. Just wait few classes. So why we use this kind of expressions, isn't it? So now simply, if I want to write a program, the program is write a Python program to perform sum of n numbers. You see here, the main code is that we need to have a one variable called as iteration variable 1, to which number you wanted to find the sum is 10, and the sum will be an intermediate result it is holding. Now here, while as long as I is lesser than or equal to n, then we are going to perform with the sum is equal to sum plus I. So this is the basic expression. This expression can also be written it as, let sum is equal to sum plus I, or else you can make this as a comment. Now this will be written as something else. Sum plus equal to 1. Then obviously I plus equal to 1. Listen. So now obviously after completion of entire the calculations, it will be give you print sum of n numbers, comma, obviously sum. So now here I would like to tell you why sum plus equal to I have written, why I plus equal to 1 has written, because These are the incrementation iteratively we require to perform this operation. Then only we will get the output accordingly. So there are the situation where, so sum of n number will be 55 will be the answer accordingly. Sum of the 10 will be 55. 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 4, like that. Up to 10, 55 is the output. So here, these two statements are called as a shorthand assignment expressions. So if you don't have assignment operator, it is not going to possible to write over here. Am I clear? Akhileshwar, Muhammad, Bhavya, Lokesh, Rudra, Vaishnavi. Am I clear where we apply the assignment operators?
Yeah.
Yes. Please, I request everyone to respond, because if you don't respond, I don't think so you are understanding something else. So don't be, panic or something. Please, you can ask me if you have any questions, please. Yeah. So now I'll go with the next type of an operator will be, membership operator. In operator, not in operator. So here, we use in operator to search a particular object is exist or not in a group of objects. Let's suppose we have a list of elements, list of student names, list of student names. What are the names? Akhileshwar, Vaishnavi, Via, Rajshekar. Like when we have a few student, list of names. Now, my requirement is apply the in operator. Whether a particular name is existing in the above list or not, we want to know. So what happens here is that print, I'm searching for the Bhavya in operator, where you are searching list of names. If the Bhavya is existing in this list, in operator will return the true as output. Let's see. Yeah. True means what? In operator is identified existence of a Bhavya in this particular list. Let's suppose now I am searching for a Venkat. In operator, now you see the output. It will be give you false as output. The output is what? False, because Venkat is not existing in this particular list. In will be a membership operator which will be search a particular element existing or not. Am I clear? No. Not in operator is used, is work as in opposite to the in operator. Let's see here the same examples. Now, not in. Here is a not in. Now this gives you false as output. This gives you true as output. If you look at Bhavya is existing, but not in operator will be negation. It will be negate. It will be complement. Not in Bhavya is existing, it will give you false as output. Venkat does not existing, but it will give you true as output, because not in will be applicable in a negative cases, whereas in will be applicable in positive cases. Let's see the output. Yes. Now, if you understand these, this is output of this. This is output of this. This is output of this. Bhavya is existing, but it is saying that it is a false. Means not in operator will be, a work in a reverse order. And whereas Venkat does not exist, but it has given as true. This is output of this statement. Am I clear? So where, why in and not in operator will be applicable? Basically, not in operators are membership operator, whether a particular element is existing or not in a group of sample, a group of objects. So similar type of similar type of algorithms, in data structures, there is a linear search algorithm, binary search algorithm. These two algorithms will do the same job in data structures, but in Python, a single in operator and not in operator will do the same job. Whatever the linear search algorithm will do, whatever the binary search algorithm will do, the same job does by the in or not in operators. I hope you understand. Do you have any questions about membership operators? Identity operators. Yeah. Yes. See, basically, we should understand what do you mean by identity. Generally, human doesn't follow proper rule to remember. But whereas computer or mobile will follow an identifier to remember certain information. Let's suppose example. You want to store 2 contacts in your mobile. You want to store 2 contacts in your mobile phone. Now, the names of the friends will be Rahul is equal to, his number is 9908. There is another person called as Rahul. If we store 9908, there are 2 friends whose names are Rahul, and their number is like this. What happens here is that print Rahul is Rahul. What happens here is that is operator identifies if two operands has same address or not. See, for every variable, whatever the identifier will declare in a computer, they will be assigned with a certain, address. Let's see here, Rahul 1. Now, print ID of Rahul. Print ID of Rahul 1. Now see the output. So the Python program should be, they should be aligned properly, else they will be throws an error to you. This is an unexpected indentation. So we have to align it properly. Yes. Now if you look at in computer memory, this is going to be an address of this. This is going to be an address of this. Here identifiers are different, but the value will be the same. So what happens in computer memory, you know what? Whenever you assign a particular memory for a particular Rahul is the name of the memory. The value will be 9908. The address will be this. It has the address 960. It uniquely, once the address will be allocated, it doesn't change. It is uniquely identifies the Rahul is the name which is there in your memory, in computer memory or maybe in memory. No. Now, whenever there is another Rahul 1 you are storing with the same number, I'm going to use the same memory because the value is the same. So with which memory reutilization would happen. Memory reutilization would happen. But in mobile case, so how, let's suppose here I'm going to store Rama. There is a Rahul whose number is 9908. There is a Rama. I'm storing the same number on the name of a Rama. In your memory, in your mobile memory, if I write like this, Rahul is Rama, it checks the address of both the things. Let's see the output. True. Rahul and Rama has the same address. In that particular case, what happens here? In case if Rahul is address is equal to Rama, I am going to tell you in mobile is that print is that. Shall I merge Rahul with Rama? Because two people should not have a same number. They will be losing the identity, right? So to avoid that, is operator will checks if two identifiers will have a same address, merging will be required. If there are two different numbers, obviously what happens? Else it will be tell you that, you know what, you have successfully saved contact. You have successfully saved contact. So this is how it will be work in a real-time scenario. Because Rahul and Rama has the same addresses, right? Therefore, it is asking us to be matched. If this is 133, obviously what happens? It will be successfully saved your contact. So I hope you understand what is the purpose of is operator here. Is operator will be checks the address of a particular variable. If two variables are identifiers as the same address, in some situation it is not correct. It identifies the addresses. Yes, I hope you understand. Now, in case is not, if we keep is not, what happens here? Let me take print Rahul is not Rama. Generally, address of Rama and Rahul will be different, but is not will give you true as output. You see, it should give false as output, but it gives true as output. Let me take is print Rahul is Rama. What is the output of this? False, because Rahul and Rama addresses are different. If you want, you can cross-verify. Print ID of Rahul, Rama, ID of Rama. So Rahul address is 928, Rama address will be 960. So their addresses are different. Is will give you false as output, but is not will give you true as output. In opposite way, it will work. So wherever a negative cases C will be applied, then we are going to apply with the is not operator. Wherever the positive cases we apply, we go with the is operator. Is and is not operators always compare is and is not always compare address of a identifier. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the purpose of, is and is not operators to compare the identity of a particular, even mobile, laptop, everywhere we used to be, duplicate addresses will be identified by the is operator. It's not visible to you, but it is implemented inside. Yeah. Then lastly, we have bitwise operators. So what are the bitwise operators we have? Bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise exclusive OR, bitwise left shift, bitwise right shift, bitwise complement. It's a tilde operator, one's complement or two's complement operator. Now, firstly, we have to understand that where we apply bitwise operators, in what situation. In application level, in day-to-day life, we never use bitwise operators, but whereas in application level, we use bitwise operators. As per my knowledge, bitwise operators are used for information security. Information security. For encryption, decryption. Encryption and decryption purpose. Because whenever we sent a mail, let's suppose you are working over here, it's user ID, password, sign in. You will be enter your mail ID here, your password here. Whenever you click on to this particular sign in button, there is a presentation layer in this particular computer will be perform the encryption and passes through the network, and it will be go to the server, Gmail server or maybe any server. Server again will be performing a decryption and it understand the actual user ID password. But here we require an encryption of a data in order to protect from the hacker. He is a hacker. Always he trying to steal the information. Always he trying to steal the information when the data will be passing through this particular network. It can be wireless, it can be wired. So in order to do that, here we use bitwise operator by the application of ICICI Bank will use a logical, bitwise AND operation. HDFC might use a bitwise OR operation. Indian Bank might use bitwise exclusive operator. Like that, different operators are used to be perform encryption, not to pass actual information. The encrypted information, ciphertext information will pass us through in order to protect from the hacker or intruder. This is the basic purpose where bitwise operators are most frequently used in real-time scenarios. Yeah. So now, let's suppose Gmail, let's suppose email. If your email is venkat@gmail.com, if you have entered, it will be converted into email is equal to 65. This is 65 will be equivalent ASCII value of this particular mail ID. Similarly, password you might have entered Hyderabad, but after encryption, it will become password is equal to 15. Now this user ID and password will be hidden. It's a ciphertext. Now left over will be email 65, 15 is password. Now we are going to perform the encryption process. What is an encryption? Print. If you perform email, apply with the bitwise AND operation, password, through the network, this info will go. Through the network, one will go. What do you mean by one? How did you get one? Yes or no? So it is completely binary level it happens. How binary level will happen? Let's suppose we want to take an binary equivalent of a 65. What is the binary equivalent of 65? 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. Most significant bit is 64, least significant is 1. So 64 plus 1 will become a binary equivalent value for the decimal value called as a 65. Basically 65 is the ASCII value. Similarly, I'll be taking 15 binary equivalent value also. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is a binary equivalent value for the 15. Now if you perform the bitwise AND operation, what happens here? 1 and 1 will become a 1, and 0 and 1 will become a 0, and 0 and 1 will become a 0, 0 and 1 will become a 0, 0, 0. Yeah. So this is the equivalent value after performing a bitwise AND operation. So therefore it has given 1 as output here. This is how. So through the network, only 1 will go. So we have passed the email as venkat@gmail.com, password as the Hyderabad. But after completion of entire the bitwise AND operation, 1 will be goes through network, which is not understandable to the hacker. This is a basic phenomena where we apply bitwise AND operation. Am I clear? Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, similarly, we apply bitwise OR operator. I'm changing bitwise OR operator for the same credentials. Now will we get 79 as output. How did you get a 79? Same logic, but here we are not going to perform bitwise AND operation. We are going to apply bitwise OR operation. How the bitwise OR operation will happen? 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 1. If you perform the bitwise, so if you perform the bitwise OR operation, true plus true will become true. Yes or no? True plus false will become true. True plus false will become true. True plus false will become true. False plus false is, obviously 0 0, lastly 1. So now if you look at the resultant value, 64 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 will become 79 will be the answer. This is how 79 will be goes through the network when you perform the bitwise OR operation over here. This is how at a binary level it happens, but it doesn't look to you, it doesn't shown to you, but it will happen at a binary level, bitwise OR operation. So this is the value will be equivalent 79. Obviously through the network only binary values will be goes. This is the value will be passing through the network. 1 0 0 1 1 1 1 will be go. So obviously hacker doesn't understand what do you mean by 79 because we have passed venkat@gmail.com Hyderabad as a password. So it's highly difficult to be encrypt or decrypt the information. This is how it will happen now. The next operator is that in a bitwise that cap operator. Cap operator. So which is exclusive operator. This operator is called XOR operator. According to the XOR operator, this operator will be act, if inputs are same, it produces output as false. And if inputs are dissimilar, means different, then it produces true as output. As per my knowledge, exclusive operator is exactly like a electric switch, where it expects to enable the bulb, one positive, one negative, so that the bulb will be enabled. If positive, bulb will be disabled. Whether negative, bulb will be disabled. So this is the same logic will be followed when you perform the XOR operator. Now, if you perform the operation, then 78 will be the output given to you, 78. How did you get 78 here? Same thing. You take the binary level of the values 1 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 1. Now what I'm doing here, I'm performing exclusive operation. If you perform the exclusive operation from the least significant bit, inputs 1 1 are same. I told it's 0. If inputs are same, positive, output will be negative. If the inputs are different, 0 1 will be differ. Obviously, output produced by XOR will be 1 1 1. Same inputs 0 0 1. So 64 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2, which is equal to 78. So this binary equivalent value will be equal to the 78. This is how this is going passes through the network when you perform the XOR operation between two credentials like email and password. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So now there is an operator called as the left shift operator. See, these are all scientific level operators. But being a software engineer, somewhere it will be useful for you. Don't think that I'm wasting your time, or maybe it's not an unnecessary topic. It's a very important topics. Whenever you work with at a hardware level, all these are very important to understand at an algorithmic level. Yes, there is an operator called as the left shift operator. According to scientific observation, left shift operator is equal to multiplication operator. When you follow binary sequence. So whenever you are performing multiplication of binary sequence value, straight away star operator, multiplication operator can be replaced with left shift operator. How? X equal to 20. If you perform X into 2, and if you perform X left shift 1, both will give you the same output, 40. Are you seeing my output?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So performing a particular value multiplied with a 2 will become a 40. Even if you perform the left shift once to the available value at a binary level is also 40. How do you perform the binary level operation here? Let's suppose, what is the equivalent value of a 20? Binary value will be 16 is 1. 16 plus 4 will be 20, right? 16, 1, 0, 0, 0. No, sorry. I think this is the, let me clear it. 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. The position of 1 is 16, 4. So the sequence will be 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. So 16 plus 4 become a 20 of equivalent binary number. Now if you perform the left shift, this 1 will goes to this particular position. Left side will be shifted. In the place of 1, this 0 will come. So here the 0 will come. In place of this 0, this 1 will come. This 1 will come. So in place of this 1, 0 will come. 0. In place of this 0, this 0 will come. Now obviously this position is going to be vacant. Now here, according to scientific value, scientific assumption, 0 will be post. 0 will be post. Now combinedly, this was the binary equivalent of 20. When you perform the once left shift, it will become a 40. If we left shift twice, again this 1 will goes to here. Again here 2 zeros will come. Now this becomes 80. If we perform thrice, it will become 160. 320. Like that, it will be keep on increases. But as a result, if we perform multiplication with 4, left shift twice, same output, 80. If we perform the multiplication with 8 and left shift thrice, same output, 160. If we perform the left shift multiplied with 16 and perform the 4 times left shift, output will be the same. If you perform the multiplication, a particular value by 32 and left shift 5 times, so that it will be give you the same result, 640. Therefore, wherever we use the multiplication operator to perform the binary sequential multiplication, we can use left shift operator equivalently, therefore same as this. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So now let us go with the right shift operator, which is this. So I'm telling you that scientifically, right shift operator is alternate to the division operator. Division operator. Right? So really, let's see. X equal to 20. If we perform X divided by 2, print X right shift 1. See the output. (10.010). Coefficient will be the same. But left shift to right shift operator doesn't give you decimal portion. It will be round the value. Coefficient 10 will be the same value. If we perform the division by 4, right shift twice will be the same result, 5. If we perform the division by 8, right shift thrice will be the same result, 2. 2 will be the important here. This will be become a round. So let's suppose if you get a percentage of 55.8, it will become 59, right? Similarly, the round operation will be applicable by the right shift operation. So now as a whole, when we perform right shift for a particular value which is equal to the division operation, when you follow the binary operation, same, binary level operation would happen. Yes. Now, lastly, there is an operator called complement operation. Complement operator, which is tilde operator. This is tilde operator. This is called tilde. So which is to perform 2's complement. Let's suppose X equal to 20. If we perform complement of X, the output will be given as minus 21. If you look at, the output will be given as minus 21. X is 20. What do you mean by complement of 20 is that at a binary level, we know that 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. So this is the binary equivalent of 20. If you perform the 2's complement, add 1 more here. 1, 2 plus 1 is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. This is equal to 21. This is equal to 20. According to electronics level, the most significant bit, MSB bit, is 1, which is equal to negative value. Therefore, it has given minus 20. If it is a 0, it is a positive value. But if it is a 1, it's a negative value. Therefore, it is minus 21 is the 2's complement equivalent value for the value is called as 20. Am I clear? Yeah.
Yes,
So I
sir.
think, yeah, with this, all the types of operators have been completed. So if you have any questions, you can ask me so that I'll go with the next topic.
Sir, can you please explain me again one time complement operator?
Uh, who is asking this question?
Bhavya, sir.
Bhavya.
Yeah.
Bhavya. See, usually, if you perform the ones complement, 1 0 1 0 0. If we perform the ones complement, 0 will become 1, 0 will become 1, 1 will become 0, 0 will become 1, 1 will become a 0. I hope this is what is equivalent value. This 1 0 1 1 means 8 plus 4 12, 12 plus 1 is 13, but the output is minus 21. This tilde operator does not performing ones complement, it will be performing a twos complement actually. So how we are going to get a twos complement? Obviously, for a given number, 1 0 1 0 0. So here if you add a 1 at a least significant bit, so true plus false will become a 1 0 1 0 1. Now an equivalent of binary of this particular decimal value will be 21. But according to electronics calculations, the most significant bit, MSB bit, this is called MSB bit. If the MSB bit is 1, it will be treated as a negative value. Therefore, it has become a 21. You can take any other value. Let's suppose 10. It will give you minus 11 as an answer. If we give you 100, minus 101 will be the answer. If we give negative value, it will be give you positive 99. This is how a twos complement will be does by this tilde operator. Am I clear, Bhavya?
Yes, sir.
Yes. See, generally our perception will be differ. Computer perception will be differ actually. Sometimes it will be changes accordingly, because we have to understand computer level of computation, because even human can also do this operation, but it will take little more time. So if I give large value like something called as 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0, like something else you can give, human can take more time to perform the complement operation, and but system will do within microsecond. So this is the equivalent value. Yes or no? So like that, system can perform very quickly all these calculations, right? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So all this will happen coding and decoding by the system. We are not going to do all this, but we should understand at what system level will be performed, what mathematical model it will be followed, so that even we can write a programs accordingly, right? Yes. Yeah. So according to the syllabus, I think 1 second. I think this is the content we are following. So we discussed till here. These are all topics we have completed. Till here we have completed. Now let me start with the control structures. Control structures, control statements also. So control statements are 3 categories. Let me talk about all these topics now. Control structures. Yes, the topic is control statements. So firstly, I'll be remind you that, why these statements called as control. That's the first answer. Controlling is nothing but these statements changes the flow of execution according to situation. According to situation, certain statement need to be executed rather than all the statements. Let's suppose if I build smart home IoT application, I have made smart home IoT application. What is a smart home IoT application will do? When the person will come to the home, when they stand in front of the door on. After you entering into the home, lights on. Subsequently, TV on. Subsequently, AC on. Subsequently, what is that another thing? DVD on. Subsequently, laptop on. Subsequently, geyser on. If you look at this is one application. This is only one application. But if you make without controlling statements, all the instructions will be executed, every time. Whenever anybody will come, all the instructions will be executed sequentially. But we don't want like that. Here I'm going to write as condition is that if image processing, photo pic will take, if pic is equal to existing pics, so that door on, else door remains you off. Like this, we need to write a code so that whenever the person will be equivalent to existing database person relative, door is going to be on. Otherwise, door off. This is the required. Without, even robbery persons will come. Can you open the door? No. We should not do like that. Lights on. What is the, there is a sensor called a DHT sensor, which will be recognize the lights intensity. There is a sensor called, LDR sensor. LDR. So which will be recognize the intensity of the resolution. And if intensity will be greater than probably 15, then light on. If the resolution is high, if the sunrise will be high, why do we require lights on? Because from the window lights will come, right? Natural light, then lights off. So based on the intensity, light should be on or not need to be decided. Then it is a controlling. Program execution is controlled by the controlling statements called if, else, break, continue, loop, while, for. All these statements will be based on the, and here TV on. TV don't on all the time. There is Alexa. Through the Alexa, if you say if we say TV on, then the TV is going to be on. Else remains the TV will be off. Even though AC also, if the temperature is greater than 20, then only I need a AC to be on. If the temperature is less than 20, I think we doesn't require AC, right? So all the decisions are going to be taken based on the controlling statements. Therefore, we require a controlling statements to be executed desired instructions rather than all the instructions in the program. Right? So in order to do that, so we classified control statements in Python are three categories. One is conditional statements. Conditional statements are also known as decision-making statements or switching statements. Yes. So what are those statements? If else, if if else. These three are the conditional statements. Second category of the controlling statement is that looping statements, also known as repetition statements, also known as iteration statements. They will be for loop, while loop, nested loops. These are statements. Comes to third category will be special statements. They will be break, continue, pass. These are the four statements will be make use of as part of controlling or looping statements. Right? So I hope already these statements you might have seen in other programming languages also. But for every statement, there is a reason. There is a specific significance in order to classify them. But all instructions are required or comes under controlling statements. Right? Do you have any questions? Any ambiguity? Probably you might be aware about all these statements.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions about controlling statements? Why they required, when they required, and why they will be classified? Yeah. Yes. So now I'll be go with the hands-on knowledge. Yeah. Demo about simple if statement. Simple if statement. Yeah. So if statement, simple if statement is applicable to solve one condition. To solve one condition. Example, syntax. What is the syntax of if? in Python, if condition is going to be written over here, colon, here body will be written, body of if statement. So this is the syntax of Python programming language. Now, here, obviously, example, write a program to check given character is vowel or consonant. How do we check? Let's suppose we are taking a character, input, enter a character. Enter a character. Now, if the ch in, if ch in within the a, e, I, o, u, so that we can say print given character is vowel. Now let's exhibit. Enter the character V. Obviously, V is not a vowel, but whereas I, given character is vowel. Yes or no? If statement is able to take one decision when the condition is true. CH in operator means these are the group of characters. Whatever the character you have entered is a member of these characters, it will be tells you it is a vowel. Else statement is not there. So therefore, note. Simple if statement is able to take decision up to one condition or event. If it is more than one condition to be taken, obviously we have to go with the else statement. What else statement will tell you? Print given character is consonant. Now you execute again. Now I am entering B. B is a consonant. Again I am entering A is the vowel. So this is how one positive, one negative, one positive, one negative. Two conditions can be handled by if-else statements in a Python. Now there are situations whether digit or not I wanted to know. Then obviously if-else statements are not going to be useful. There is a special statement called ELIF, which means CH in operator within the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then it will tells you that print given character is digit. Now we execute. Now 2. Now I'm entering 2. Now I'm entering 2. Now given character is digit. Yes or no? So similarly, 3 categories can be categorized. If it is N, it is a consonant. If it is I, it will be a vowel. Vowel, digit, as well as consonant. 3. Now special characters also included. Now this is, all the cases can be, solved by this third kind of a statement about conditional statement. So this is how if else, if elif statements are mandatory. Yeah. So do you have any questions?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes, yes, Rajeshwar.
sir, if you give it the combination of two letters as input,
No, it will becomes to else part.
else part.
You
Okay.
see. Now let me explain one second.
Okay.
You are asking like this, right?
Yes, sir.
It is. So here we are checking individual characters. Character means one character we are checking here.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. So in order to see the combination, we need to go with the regular expressions. There is a concept called as a regular expressions. There we check combinations. Up to what digit we have to be checked.
Okay.
Now let's suppose a special characters. L, IF, CH in special characters are. So now obviously it will tells you, print given character is special. Yes, now I'm giving at the rate. It's a special character. So if all our cases doesn't satisfy, then that will be considered as a consonant. So more than two conditions can be implemented, can be solved with the help of a third case. Third type of a statement is called as a if, elif and else statement. Now let's suppose if I ask the question, write a program to categorize the grade of a student. Grade can be A+, A, B, C, D, E, F. There will be n number of grades. In order to determine all the grades, we have to go with a third type of a if-else statements. So I will share the assignment questions to you. You can go through them and you can I think let me show you assignment questions. Yeah, so these are the assignment questions where we can solve using if else and elif statements. Program to read a number prints the message if it is positive or negative. Let's 1 second. Yes. So program to read a luggage at an airport based on the weight, charges, tax will be calculated. Find a given number is odd or even. Find a greater of 5 numbers. Grading of the student will be decided based on if else statements. Till the 7th program, all these are related to. Let me do one thing. I'm just copying this entire programs to you. Please write the programs for that. I think I'm pasting in the chat box. Please you copy accordingly. So these are the questions are belonging to if else statements. You please write a programs accordingly for all these programs. Right? These are all programs will be solved using if else, elif and all these statements. Rest of the 8th onwards, we are going to deal with the loops concept. For loop, while loop, all this, so that we can solve them. Yeah. So till here, if you have any questions, you can ask me so that I'll be wind up the class. Akhileshwar, Muhammad, Rashakar, Bhavya, Rudra Sai, Vaishnav.
Sir,
Do you have any
in
questions?
in first class we have given one assignment. For that, you can tell me. You can tell us the answer, sir.
What is that assignment?
It's a Gmail, sir. Gmail. User ID is equal to user ID. Login password is equal to login password. Then OTP is equal to server OTP. For that,
Obviously, see, there is a user registration user ID is something called as venkat@gmail.com. And the registration password is equal to something called as HYD. Login user ID might be same. You might enter same or maybe sometime differ. Login time password will be the HYD. Server OTP can be 1, 2, 3, 4. Login OTP can be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if registration time user ID is equal to login time user ID and registration time password is equal to login time password and server OTP is equal to login OTP. If all these credentials correct, then I'll be tells you that you have successfully logged in to inbox space. Else, print, you have entered wrong credentials. Yeah. So now we have successfully logged into page. Now let me take OTP password or OTP given wrong. Now you have entered a wrong credentials. Or else OTP is correct. I'll be entering password as 1, 2, 3. Wrong password. You have entered wrong credentials. If everything is same, then obviously you will be successfully logged into inbox space. This is how if else statement will be used to check the credentials are correct or not. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Thank you. We'll see you in the next class. Rest of the concepts. Thank you.